Hello again, dear friends. Let me ask you something. Have you ever witnessed one small act of kindness, so simple, so quiet? In Buddhism, we're taught that every action, every word, every thought is like a pebble dropped into still water. The ripple moves outward, touching lives we may never even see. Today, let's reflect on the quiet power of small, compassionate acts, and how they can transform not only others, but ourselves. I still remember the monk who stayed beside me in silence when I was grieving. He said nothing, but it was the kindest sound I'd ever heard. The mind often thinks in big terms, major changes, dramatic outcomes. But in Buddhist teachings, it's the moment that holds power. The moment you choose to pause instead of react. The moment you soften your tone, the moment you offer your seat, or your silence, or your smile. One moment of kindness can interrupt someone's inner storm. The ripple begins there. And just like a seed, it may grow into something far beyond what we imagined. You may never see the full reach of your kindness, but it continues, moving quietly through the world. Once I offered tea to a traveler who looked tired. He never spoke a word, just bowed. Years later, he returned to say that small cup changed his path. One small act may begin the ripple, but before we can offer kindness, we must notice where it's needed. The next truth reminds us, compassion starts with what we choose to see. To be kind, we must first notice. Many people are suffering quietly, and often, what they need is simply to be seen. In Buddhism, mindfulness is the foundation of compassion, because when you're truly present, you see the person in front of you, their body language, their silence, their tired eyes. You begin to recognize that everyone, every single person, is carrying something. Sometimes just saying, "I see you," without needing to fix or solve, is the kindest act of all. I used to miss people's pain while searching for the right thing to say. Now I've learned that presence is often the most healing answer. When we begin to truly see others, the heart naturally softens. And from that softening comes a wish to give, freely and without condition. This is where the cycle of generosity begins. The Buddha taught dāna, the practice of generosity, as one of the first steps on the path. But generosity doesn't always mean giving money or things. It can be your time, your presence, your patience. And what's beautiful is this: when we give sincerely, without expecting something in return, we receive something in return anyway. A lighter heart, a softened mind, a deeper sense of connection. Kindness nourishes the one who receives it, and the one who gives it. This is the ripple returning to you. There were times when I felt empty, until I gave. And strangely, that giving filled me in ways I never expected. But sometimes, the most generous gift is not what we give, it's what we don't rush to fill. In those tender moments when words fall short, stillness becomes a sacred offering. There will be times when words aren't enough or aren't welcome. In those moments, kindness can be felt through presence alone. A quiet sitting beside someone in grief, a gentle hand on the shoulder, respecting someone's need for space without judgment. In Buddhist tradition, silence itself can be an offering. It says, "I am here. I will not rush you. I will not leave you alone in your pain." Let your stillness be a refuge for others. That, too, is a ripple. When I was young, I thought comfort came from answers. Now I know it often comes from simply being with someone in the dark. Sitting with someone in silence may seem simple, but it requires strength, the kind that doesn't force, but stays. The next truth reveals that kindness isn't weakness at all. It's one of the strongest things we can choose. The world may sometimes see kindness as soft, passive, even naive. But true compassion requires immense strength. To remain gentle in a harsh world, to choose understanding instead of anger, to stay open in the face of rejection. These are acts of deep courage. The Buddha did not avoid suffering. He met it with a peaceful heart. Kindness is not weakness. It is the quiet power of meeting life as it is and choosing not to harden in return. Each time you do that, you send out another ripple of peace. There was a time when I believed kindness made me vulnerable. Now I see, it made me brave enough to stay human. And still, even when we choose the brave path of compassion, we may never see its result. But the Buddha teaches, it's not about what's seen, it's about what's sincerely given. Sometimes we act with kindness and wonder if it mattered. Did they notice? Did it make a difference? But Buddhist teachings remind us, the merit of a kind act is not in how it is received, but in the sincerity of the giving. Not all ripples are visible, not all effects are immediate. But trust this, what is done with compassion never disappears. It becomes part of the collective good, part of what helps the world stay soft, even in its hardest moments. Some of the kindest seeds I ever planted were never acknowledged. But still, I trust they bloomed somewhere. Dear friends, the ripple begins with you. One moment of presence, one kind word, one choice to stay soft, even when the world feels sharp. You don't need to change everything. You only need to drop one pebble and let it move outward. What's one small act of kindness you can offer today? Let me know in the comments. Your answer may inspire someone else to ripple too. If this teaching spoke to your heart, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who could use a little more kindness in their day. Until next time, be gentle with yourself and generous with the world.